Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Serena. In today's video, we are doing what I like to call Dry Shampoo Showdown. So I went out and I purchased, with my very own hard-earned money, 8 different dry shampoos so that I could test them all out and share my thoughts with you guys. I am obsessed with dry shampoo. I use cans and cans and cans of dry shampoo. I wanted to go out and purchase some salon quality dry shampoo and really give them a try. I have used pretty much almost all of these completely out to where there's none left or barely any left. That should tell you how much of a trial I have gave these dry shampoos. I do not mess around when it comes to dry shampoo. I am somebody who never washes my hair. For some of you that's TMI, for some of you you're gonna be like, ew, that's gross. It is what it is. I take a shower every day and just not wash my hair. I don't wanna wash it all the time. If I wash my hair every single time I shower, it just sucks the life out of it. So if you're anything like me and you are a dry shampoo aficionado, you will like this video. So make sure that you subscribe and click that subscribe button down below. If you want notifications every time I upload something new, then make sure you also click that bells button in addition to subscribing. Without further ado, let's get into some dry shampoo reviews, shall we? Okay, so I'm just going to try to crank through these as quickly as possible so that I don't bore you guys and talk for 5 million years. I've got my little notebook here full of my notes, so I will be periodically looking at my notes as I'm going through and talking about each dry shampoo. So firstly, the specs. I have reviewed 8 dry shampoos for you guys. These are all ranging from the, I would say, $15 to $25 price range. Well, I lied. Some of them are like $12.99. That little price range there. So there's quite a bit of a price range. These are, majority of them are gonna be more like salon quality considered dry shampoo, stuff that you're gonna more than likely a lot of the time find at the beauty supply store, Sephora, Ulta, those types of places. I rated them on a 1 out of 10 system, and I did do different ratings for each one. So I am doing a rating for smell or scent of the dry shampoo, rating for oil absorption, rating for residue, appearance, grit, and bang for your buck, so to speak, so quality for the money. So those are my categories. Let's get started. Okay, so the first one is the It's a 10 Miracle Dry Shampoo here. This you can purchase kind of all over the place. There's a lot of discount retailers and merchants online for all of these, but buyer beware, because I feel like there's a lot of counterfeits that you can find. So I would say you're gonna be safer to purchase any of these at an Ulta or just a reputable brand or a reputable beauty supply store. So this is the It's a 10 Miracle Dry Shampoo and Conditioner. So this is $16 and you get 6 ounces of product in here. I hate this stuff. I'm just gonna go right off and tell you I hate this. I felt like, as far as oil absorption, awful. The scent, I rated 8 out of 10. Obviously 1 is the lowest and 10 is the highest. This did get an 8 out of 10 for me on scent. This does not smell overpowering. It's nice, it's fresh, it's not super heavy. So the scent is the one thing on this that I'm like, yeah, I didn't mind it. 8 out of 10. It was a good scent. But as far as oil absorption goes, this thing gets a 1. This stuff sucks. Now, I should have known better when looking at the label, because on the label it says dry shampoo and conditioner in one. That's always a recipe for disaster. It's either too drying if you want the conditioning, or it's gonna be too oily if you want the cleansing properties. So this got a 1 for me on oil absorption. Appearance, same thing, you got a 1. It's a grease ball. It didn't look amazing. It didn't give me any body. I feel like it weighed down my hair. So as far as price or quality for price and bang for buck, this also got a 1 for me, because you're gonna be paying $16 for something that doesn't do anything for your dang hair. So this one, man, I would not purchase again, and I don't recommend buying. Moving right along here, next we have the Matrix Biolage Clean and Recharge Waterless Dry Shampoo for Oil Control. This one is $17, and in this you get 3.4 ounces. As far as the scent goes, I like the scent. I'm not wowed by the scent, and I'm not majorly turned off by the scent, if that makes sense. So out of 1 to 10, I gave this a 7. It's not offensive, but it's not amazing, and it's not a long-lasting scent. I don't have really stinky hair when my hair's dirty, but this is something that's definitely like, it needs to be reapplied day after day. Now, as far as oil absorption, I gave this one a 9 out of 10. This did a great job absorbing the oil in my hair. So this is one that I really thought, hey, like I wasn't expecting much, and I was impressed with the oil absorptive properties of this. I liked it, 9 out of 10. And then as far as appearance and texture and that type of thing, that I gave it an 8 out of 10. This does have a white cast, and it does have the gritty properties to it. So if you really care a lot about white cast, then this one might be fine for you because it's not like crazy strong, but it definitely, the more you apply it, the more white cast you get. And I will say throughout this video, I don't care about white cast, even though I'm a redhead and you can definitely see it. What I do, me personally, how I use dry shampoo, a lot of people don't really know how to use it. You gotta A, shake the crap out of it rigorously in between sprays, shake it, always be shaking it. And the other thing is you have to spray the hair down section by section. I mean, really get it on there and then let it sit. In the morning, do your makeup, you gotta do your dry shampoo first, let it sit in the hair, and then eventually the white cast will tend to disappear as the oil in your hair soaks up the dry shampoo product. That powderiness, that grittiness is still gonna be there. Texture-wise, if you run your hands through your hair and it drives you crazy that there's grittiness to it, this isn't majorly bad, but it's definitely still there. So as far as appearance goes, I like it. It adds body. The oil control lasts me a couple of days. The scent is not very long lasting. Overall, I would probably purchase this again, but I do feel like 3.4 ounces, it's not a ton of product, and I like it, but I wish there was more product in there. Does that make sense? So 17 bucks. Would I buy it again? Probably. But I know that I have one in here that I will repurchase and have repurchased a million times over and would totally recommend. So this is, I would say, in my top 3. I like it. Number 3 is the Sebastian Dry Clean Only Dry Shampoo. This stuff is $19 to $23 depending upon where you're trying to purchase this. I don't know if they sell it at ULTA, but just go online and look, and then obviously if you can find like a brick and mortar store to buy it, I always recommend to buy something from a brick and mortar store if it's more reputable, or if you know a website that is reputable that carries stuff that's not counterfeit, because I'm telling you guys, it seems like it's too good to be true online. It's too good to be true. So whatever, like if you see this for cheaper than $19 to $23 range, it's probably counterfeit. So this is the Sebastian Dry Clean Only. You get 4.9 ounces of product in here. So for the $19 to $23 mark, almost 5 ounces of product, not terrible. The scent, I gave this a 5. This stuff smells like sunscreen. Like, straight up, it smells like sunscreen. The sunscreen that you spray on your body at the beach, that's what this smells like. That being said, I like the smell of sunscreen. I don't really know if it bothers me that much, but I also don't really know if I want my whole head to smell like sunscreen, you know what I mean? So that's why I gave it a 5 out of 10 on the scent scale. The scent does tend to disappear after a while, but it smells like sunscreen. Like, I wasn't paying to be like, sunscreen head, love that. So 5 out of 10 on the scent. Now, oil absorption, I gave this an 8. This stuff surprised me. When I first sprayed it on my head, I was like, ooh, that looks like it's just spraying like it looked like I was getting oil, like I was spraying oil onto my head, and I was like, oh no. But then this stuff soaked in and really gave me a lot of stick to my hair. That sounds weird, like it sounds like ugh, but this stuff gave me volume. So it not only soaked in and did absorb the oil in my scalp, but it also gave me a lot of body and texture in a good way. And I was really surprised by this because I actually didn't think I was gonna like it, especially because it smells like sunscreen. It did not give me a white cast, but I felt like this was a lot of grit. There was a lot of grit, that like sandy, gritty feeling. If you hate that, you might not like this. I don't mind it. As long as my hair is not oily, and as long as my hair is bodyful, I could have a sandcastle in my head and not care. So as long as there's no flakes or anything, which this did not give me. I didn't get any flakes or weird stuff like that with this. I didn't get a ton of buildup, but you know it's there on your scalp. As far as price, $20 is a lot of money, but it adds the body, and I can't get over the fact that it adds the body. So I love that aspect of it. So I feel like this, because it did not weigh my hair and it absorbed the oil, I actually think it was kind of in the top 3. I can get over the sunscreen scent as long as my hair is bodyful and not oily. So this is in my top 3, Sebastian. Next up, this is the Matrix Playback. Excuse me while I read my notes. This is the Matrix Mineral Playback. This is $18 at ULTA, and you get 3.4 ounces of product in here. The scent, I gave a 7 out of 10. I like it. It's powdery and it's a bit alcohol-y, but it's not overpowering. The scent doesn't last a super long time. So I gave that a 7 out of 10. Oil absorption is great. I gave it an 8 out of 10. I think that this one is like a good performer as far as oil absorption goes across the board. It's a good oil absorbing dry shampoo, and it did what I wanted it to. As far as appearance and buildup and grit, I gave it an 8 out of 10 as well. It definitely did give me a white cast. There's no mistaking that. But like I said, I don't really care about that. And if you use dry shampoo right, you don't get that huge of a white cast. So I gave that an 8 out of 10. And this is also bodyful and very oil absorbing. Now I will say though, I'm like, hi, these are pretty much the exact same. Like Matrix and Matrix. This one is Matrix Pureology, and then this one is just Matrix. I feel like they're literally, it's the same dry shampoo. Like pretty much it's the same. I bet you if I was to look at the ingredients, it would probably be the exact same ingredients. So that's probably why I like both of these equally. I think they're good. So that is $18, like I said, at ULTA, 3.4 ounces of product. Overall, I would buy it again. I would buy it again, but again, I wish there was more product in there because I use tons of dry shampoo. So overall, this gets a thumbs up for me. I would recommend this. Next up, we have the Pureology Fresh Approach Dry Shampoo. This is, let me get my notes here. This is a whopping $23 to $25, depending upon where you buy it. So holy mackerel, that's expensive to me. For me, as much as I use dry shampoo and as quickly as I run out of it, 23 to 25 bucks is a lot of moolah. So it's expensive. You get 4.2 ounces of product in here. The scent, 10 out of 10. You can really tell with the higher end dry shampoos, the scent is just out of this world for the most part. It's definitely a strong scent, but it's beautiful. It's perfumey in a not bad way. It's powdery and perfumey in like a really yummy way. Like I sprayed this and my husband was like, what are you wearing? What is that? He liked it. The scent, 10 out of 10, knocked it out of the park, amazing. Now on the oil absorption, man, it's a 4 for me because this stuff does do a little bit, but not enough for me. I need more oil absorption. I need this stuff to suck the oil right off my scalp, and it didn't do that for me. I gave this a 4, and I'm really harsh. Whenever it's an expensive product, I'm gonna be a little bit harsher of a judge. So 4 out of 10. Appearance, 5 out of 10. It didn't give grit, didn't really give too much of a white cast either. So those are positives, which is why it earned the 5 out of 10 rather than the 4 out of 10. I just feel like my oil broke through too quickly with this. Like I said, I just was not a fan of this formula. And then as far as price for the product or bang for your buck, I would not recommend it because 25 bucks for a dry shampoo that doesn't absorb my oil, no, I'm not gonna buy it again. Smells amazing, smells freaking amazing, but I wouldn't buy it again and I don't recommend you buying it. That being said, my sister is a Pureology nut. She is actually like a Pureology ambassador or like a, you know, a rep for Pureology, so to speak. Well, she doesn't like sell it. Well, she's a hairstylist. She has told me, because she was so mad at me that I hated this dry shampoo so much, she told me just recently that Pureology is going to reformulate the dry shampoo, like completely reformulate, revamp. So I'm hoping, and I will keep my eyes peeled, when they do come out with the dry shampoo revamp, I think she said it was sometime in June, I will be keeping my eyes peeled and I will be running to the store to buy the new one to see how it compares to this one, because that scent is amazing. If they come out with a good dry shampoo that absorbs the oil and smells like this one, I will pay $25 for that, because I will do it, because it smells so good. But like I said, I would not recommend this right now in its current formula. All right, next we have the Amika Perks Up Dry Shampoo. This one is $20 to $23, so this one is also up there in price. This you get 5.3 ounces of product though, so it is up there in price, but you get 5.3 ounces. That's a lot of product. The scent on this, I give an 8 out of 10. It's pleasant, but it's soft, so if you don't like overpowering scents, this is good. You can tell that it's a good quality scent, but it's not an overpowering scent. So if you're somebody who is sensitive to the smells, this one you might like. As far as oil absorption, I gave it a 7 out of 10. I would say like it's like a 7 or an 8. It's like 7.5, 8. It definitely absorbs the oil, but I feel like this one is like kind of like nothing to like really write home about. Like I'm very harsh because again, it's $20 range and I'm like, you better be great. Appearance is good. It's non-greasy. It is gritty. It didn't weigh my hair down though, so that is a plus. So that's like an 8 out of 10 there. I hate the cap sprayer. This is the funny thing. I hate the sprayer. Look at that. So like if I was to compare it to like one of these, this is like the easiest to use, like, hello, like easy, 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 like easy to use cap. This cap is like short and fat. Like I have a hard time like when I'm like using it on my hair, like say I'm spraying it, I feel like I get like my finger slips. I don't know, this is maybe just like a picky packaging thing for me, but like just like the little like goofy dumpy sprayer, I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of that. That's just like a random little picky point for me. So appearance and like texture and how it feels in the hair, 8 out of 10. Price, bang for your buck, if you will. I am not overly wowed by this. I am pleased that you get 5.3 ounces of product for your $20 to $23. That being said, would I recommend this? Yes, but I think that my #1 option is better all around, if that makes sense. Let's keep going, shall we? Okay, next up is the Redken Pillow Proof Dry Shampoo. This was recently reformulated. They did have another one, and I feel like the other one I wasn't super wowed by. I can't remember, but since I can't remember, that kind of tells me that I wasn't wowed by it. This is about $20. Like I said, depending upon where you find it, it's around $20. You can find it for less, but buyer beware, you know. 3.4 ounces of product in here. So you don't get a lot in here for the $20. So you don't get a lot of product in here. So that's my first like gripe. The scent is a 10 out of 10 for sure. It even says on the can that there's touch activated fragrance. So the idea of that is you spray it on, and as you touch your hair or flick it around throughout the end of the day or throughout the day, the scent kicks up. And I definitely feel like maybe it's just, you know, placebo effect. Like I read it and I was like, ooh. But the scent is great. I felt like I smelled it throughout the day. The scent is long lasting, and that is definitely a plus. So 10 out of 10 on the scent. It's not overpowering, but it is powdery, but I like it. Oil, I would give this like a 7 to an 8 out of 10. It definitely sucked up my oil, which is great. Appearance and quality, I feel like it definitely has a white cast, like hardcore white cast. But again, you know, I don't care about that. You gotta let it soak in, and then you gotta mush it through your hair, and a lot of the white cast will disappear. Now, if you have black to brunette hair, you might not like this because the white cast is pretty strong. I didn't feel major grit with this. I don't remember feeling like, whoa, that's gritty, but it's definitely there. And I'm a repeat offender. I spray my shampoo literally like my shampoo. You know what I mean, my dry shampoo. I spray my dry shampoo like every single morning until I wash my hair. So you do get a little bit of buildup with this, but no major grit. This does not have a ton of product. So as far as bang for your buck, it does absorb oil really well and it smells great, but there's only 3.4 ounces of product in there. So I would recommend it for you guys who are like, I don't care, I want it to smell good, and you know, if it works, it works. So I won't purchase this again, I don't think. I definitely don't want to pay full price. I know ULTA a lot of the time has sales, so maybe if you can pick it up in a sale, I would definitely recommend it to you if you can get it for a better price and the real thing, not a counterfeit. Buyer beware. I'm gonna just say that like for every can that I hold up throughout this entire video. Okay, I don't have the cap on this because I'm unorganized and who knows where I put it. This sweet child of mine is the Nexus Dry Shampoo. This is roughly about $14. I'm just gonna shake it here while I talk to you guys. This is roughly about $14. I've seen it at Target for like $12.99, and you get 5 ounces of product for this. So I literally think I paid like $12.99 for this. You can probably buy it at Celes or, like I said, like wherever Nexus is sold. I freaking love this stuff, you guys. Scent is 8 out of 10. It's very powdery. Very powdery. Like you will spray this on your head, you'll be like, ugh, cough. But it smells good. So it's a good cough. You know what I mean? So 8 out of 10 as far as scent goes, because I love the way it smells. It is strong, but I love it. I like that strong, long-lasting scent on my scalp. I like to smell good. Who doesn't like to smell good? Oil absorptive properties, 10 out of 10. This is the only out of all of these that I've given a 10 out of 10 as far as oil absorption goes. This stuff is great. It absorbs the oil in my hair, and then as far as appearance goes, I would say I'm gonna give it a 9 out of 10, and the only reason I give it like an 8 to a 9 out of 10 is because there's a lot of white cast, but I don't care. This stuff absorbs the oil in my hair. This stuff gives me body, and it smells good, and it's long lasting. I can spray this in my hair, and then the next day I might not even need to reapply this in my hair. I love this stuff so much, and obviously as far as price or bang for your buck, I would recommend this. I would tell you to buy it because you get 5 ounces of product for that $12 to $15 range. I think it's worth it. I love this one. This is definitely my #1. If I was to tell you to go out and buy any of these dry shampoos, keeping in mind that this definitely is gonna give you a white cast, but try it out. I'm sure you can find like the travel size somewhere. If you wanna try any of these out, try the travel size first. If you're not sure, pick up a couple of them in the travel size and decide for yourself, but I love the Nexus. So as far as I would say, if I was to give you a recap of my top 3, I would say it would be, well, I would say the only reason I'm saying top 4 is because I literally think these are identical. So I would say out of all 8 of these are what I would recommend. Either of these I like. Maybe I like the Matrix Mineral one a little bit better. Well, let me smell them. Please stand by. Yeah, I would say the Matrix. So then genuine top 3, because this one smells good, but it does have like a tinge of the alcohol-y, like almost sunscreeny scent like the Sebastian one does. But see, like you can see the white cast, like they both have like a white cast, like you can see it on my hands here. But top 3 go to these guys. Let me just like wipe the white cast off of my hands here. In this order, would recommend. So #1, fave. #2, like it, lots. And #3, surprising contender. So I would say any of these guys, if you don't like the white cast, try this one out, because I was really like wowed by the no white cast, the good body, and the stickiness that is a plus, a good stickiness with this guy. This guy in the middle, I would just say smells good, works well, but wish there was more product. But out of all of these, definitely would recommend this one, because this one is one of the less expensive on the higher end. And then this one is my #1, but buyer beware, white cast up the wazoo, but oil absorption, long lasting, smells great, love it. So that's my top 3. All right guys, that's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please give it a thumbs up if you did. Make sure to subscribe to my channel if you are not already subscribed, and let me know if you want to see videos on anything in particular in the future. Leave me a comment down below, and let me know if you're going to be trying one of these dry shampoos, or Tell me what your favorite dry shampoos are. I know that I've tried several from the drugstore, but if there's any hidden gems, I love the Pantene dry shampoo from the drugstore. Or if you guys want me to do a strictly drugstore dry shampoo showdown, let me know in the comments below. Like this video and share it with your friends. Thank you guys so much for watching. Love you so much. Mwah! We'll see you in the next video.